Hey everyone, North Central here. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry about the mess down here on my desk. I've been a little bit busy in the last few weeks or so and haven't really had time to clean up a lot of things. I've been doing a little bit of things over behind the camera there on the light system that I got up over top of my plants. So what I'm going to do this video is it's April. In fact it's April 26th, and May 1st is right around the corner. May 11th is the date that I'm going to take my plants outside and plant them. I'm going to finally let them go from the basement and let them go outside. And I want to give a third and final tour of the plants that I have down here, and you can go back through and see how they've grown over the last month or month and a half or whatever it's been. So I guess let's get right to it, and I'll turn the camera around. Alright, so first things first, let's concentrate on the peppers. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. This is the plant that I trimmed down. My wife put it outside and it was dying off. All the flowers and stuff fell off of it, and a lot of it was turning brown. Some of it still is turning brown. I'm trying to save it, so I put it down here under the lights and just trying to get it to bloom again. It's a real pretty flower for my wife for Mother's Day. So that my son wanted to give her on Mother's Day, and so that's that. Here behind that are these two planters right here. These are West Virginia 63s. They're tomatoes. They're heirloom tomatoes. I've grown them before. In fact, if you want to see videos on them, you can see them. I wasn't initially going to do it, but I took these out of my seed storage in my freezer, and I planted 3 of them. In fact, I planted about 3 or 4 seeds in each one. All of them came up, and I picked out the best plants like I normally do. The reason that I'm growing these is I'm going to put at least 2 of them in the garden, the 2 best in the garden, and I just want the seeds from them to restock my seed supply in my freezer. So that's what these 3 here are in the front. In the back of those, back here, these are the Peperoncini Italians, or Greek, depending on which magazine I guess you get or package you get. And they're doing pretty well. Real slow start. The one back here in the back is probably the best. These 2 right here, these 2 right here are going to be the ones that probably go into my garden. The rest of them I'm going to try and sell. But all in all, peppers are slow growers. What can you say? Here in the very, very front, these are the Jalapeno Earlies from Burpee. Again, another hybrid. Doing pretty well. It's going to be a race between these 3 right here, is which one goes in my garden. And behind those are the Bell Pepper Emeralds, another hybrid, and they're doing real well. The great big huge leaves on them, just as green as all. I mean, they're just really, really green. Really, really pretty plants, and hopefully we get some really, really big, pretty bell peppers off of them later on down the road. So let's switch over here to the jungle that's beside the peppers that are the tomato plants. Welcome to the jungle, right? So here in the front, these are the Super Steakhouse hybrids. I haven't changed the orders of them or anything. These are all in the original places that they were. Great big nice green beautiful leaves. You can see that they're growing really tall. From the very base down here to the planter up to the top is about 12 inches. So they've been here for a little over, maybe somewhere around a month and a half or something like that. And behind those, the ones that you can see sticking up back here, those are the Gladiator tomatoes. Those are this one right here is actually starting to put off some little flower buds. These are get that leaf out of there. Tomato plants like to stick together a lot. But these are the new exclusive ones from Burpee that I'm trying out this year. Of course, 2 or 3 of these will go into the garden. Well, actually more than that. 4 or 5 of these will go into the garden, and the rest of them I'll sell. And then here to the right is the Brandywine Pink Tomato. This is the heirloom that I grew, and the leaves on these are just really, really different than any other tomato leaf that I've actually grown. They're really different. It's going to be interesting to see how these actually do. Let me give you a close-up of what a tomato leaf usually looks like to me, and then let me show you the Brandywine. Alright, so this is the leaf of a normal tomato plant that I am used to. You see how it's got the forks and it's cut in and it's rough and rigid and all that. That's what a tomato plant kind of looks like to me. Let me show you the Brandywine. This is the Brandywine Pink, and you can see how nice and delicate this leaf is. It doesn't have the jagged edges. It's real nice and smooth cut, oval shaped, coming all the way down, kind of like, almost like a heart. Really, really nice, pretty leaf, and very, very delicate, kind of thin, not as rigid as the other leaves that are over here on the other plants. But it'll be really interesting to see how this plant does in the garden. It's really kind of the tour. One thing I do want to do is I want to show you my light system real quick. I added another light to it, so I did have 3 fixtures on it. Now I have 4 fixtures on it, a total of 8 fluorescent 52K bulbs. I believe they're 52K bulbs, which emit a really, really white. They're the ultra daylight bulbs, and it's not supposed to actually make it to where the plants can flower so much as for leaf production. Okay, there's no red or yellow or anything like that in the bulb. It's all just a really, really bright blue, bright white type of light, and that's what these plants are living off of. I got 4 of them. I've had 4 of them on there for quite some time now. I'm going to turn the camera back around and let you see the setup that I have. Alright, so this is actually the setup, and you can see the bulbs. This is 1 fixture, 2 fixture, 3 fixture, and back here of course is the 4th one. See, these 2 I've got fastened to the outside poles, and of course the end 2s I have fastened to the long poles going here. And of course they're telescoping just like the other ones. All I did was make these pieces of PVC pipe here on the sides a little bit longer to accommodate the 4. And I believe it works out a lot better. You know, more light is always better, and the 8 bulb is definitely the way to go. I don't have plants trying to fight for light, you know, kind of growing over themselves and stuff, or coming out and over. You can see how the plants down here, they bend up a little bit coming into the light. So they don't have to do that now. There's full coverage here for each and every plant, going from the front all the way to the back. Alright, so that's pretty much everything. Went over the plants, the peppers, the tomatoes, the whatever this thing is, the ranculus or whatever, the West Virginia 63s that I planted and that are just now coming up, and they're actually going to be down here for a while, so I'm going to have a couple empty spots up in the garden whenever I take the other plants out, because I'm going to wait for them to get up at least 8 to 12 inches before I actually take them out to the garden. The pepper plants, the other tomato plants, the West Virginia 63s, I plan on putting 4 of the gladiator plants in the garden, 2 of the Brandywine pinks in the garden, and 2 of the West Virginia 63s in the garden. The West Virginia 63s, I'm really just looking for the seeds, although it does put out a really, really nice, tasty tomato. So that's pretty much it. I will bring you guys along in May 11th is my date to go outside and actually put them in the ground, May 11th, May 12th, and I'll bring the camera along for that. So until then, this is North Central. Thanks for watching.